Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So I was getting ready to go on a hike and I just got a notification that I have live stream. And so I thought I would be a little brave and try a live stream. So I don't even know if I'm doing this right. I practice it a little bit, but it looks like it's working. And I didn't do any notice because again, it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like old lady in a new technology world trying to say, trying to, stay relevant here. But I got my tea and I did want to hop on here because I was in your hair gray. Like, what are the disadvantages of it? I think I'm going to turn this window up here. Hold on. And so I decided, I thought probably like the biggest thing that I've noticed with doing the gray hair is that you will start to notice, or at least I've noticed, I mean, I'm over the 2 year mark, is that you don't think about your hair anymore, but then you start thinking about other stuff. So you start, for me, it's like I've switched a lot of the energy that I would spend on hair care stuff. I don't know if my lighting is weird. I don't know. I guess I should probably look at that. Um, so I've switched a lot of my attention from hair care stuff to face stuff. And so I have always been a little bit of a low maintenance person as far as I, I used Valet until probably, I don't know, vacation. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just throw all the stuff in there. And I brought my glasses so that I can see the stuff. But if you are somebody like me that has kind of been low maintenance, I got really like, I get intimidated by makeup. I get intimidated by face stuff because, again, I used one thing forever. So I kind of have, in the last year, have learned what a beauty bar is, what a toner is, what daily oil is. And I got to say, I absolutely love this brand. So I don't know if anybody else has, I don't know, my lighting is going to be good here. Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Anyway, but I don't know if that's going to turn. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe this way. PCA. So I got a moisturizer. I got a beauty bar, which if you've never seen a beauty bar, it's pretty cool too. It's kind of just like a soap bar. I got this stuff here. It is Elixir. It's like supposedly Botox in a bottle. Oh my gosh. And then they send you all these like little samples. So a hydrating toner. I even got what is this? Retinol, which I've never even, I have not done any kind of Botox or any kind of anything like that. I've kind of always decided I would just kind of go with it. But honestly, I mean, I'm open to anything. But I guess my biggest concern is I don't want to go from like being natural with my hair and then getting a bunch of face stuff that has a bunch of terrible chemicals and stuff in it too. So from what I've read, they don't do any testing on animals, which is good. But I mean, my gosh, they hooked me up with so many samples. Here's another serum. PCA, we're talking about PCA. And here is a pore refining treatment. I mean, look at all of this stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of intimidating to me. People that like are really into makeup and skincare, I just was so now it's kind of like, you're like, which one goes on first? Which one goes on second? Like, I know toner goes after this, but then it's like the retinol, you're like supposed to put this on at night. And then it's like, you can only do it every other night. Then you kind of, do it every day. I don't know, or every night. There's just so many contradicting things, and there's just so many beauty products. But I look at a lot of these ladies that are influencers, and they're awesome. I mean, their faces look amazing, absolutely amazing. So I do think it's, when we hit midlife, we kind of have to I don't know. I think you step up at least your face game and water and tea game, I think is probably the most important thing. I'm going to probably do like a more comprehensive video, but I thought, that is one of the biggest, I think, downfalls about going gray is that you'll notice that you will transfer that attention that you would give to your hair. So, I mean, if you've been like me, you were doing it for 20 years. So there is a lot of attention that you put on your hair. And so that will transfer to me. It's been on my face. So it's like now I'm noticing a lot of my face stuff that I didn't notice before because I was too focused on my thinning hair to care about my face. So, okay, great. Now it's more focused on your face. It could be your body too, because you're going to be having more energy, which is great because now you're not spending money on your hair and you're not spending money on or spending your time on having it done. So you can work out more or you can spend some money on better products that are going to last a lot longer than every 6 weeks or something like that. So I do think that you should probably be prepared for that. It's the aging process. I think that just aging in general is one of those things where, I think when you hit at that, I don't know, probably in your 40s, I think it's different for everybody because some people think 30 is really old. But I do find that a lot of the women in my age, when they are pushing against the age, I mean, it's obvious, man. They are just like, they are just not accepting it at all. And it just shows in every single part of their energy. And so I think that a lot of the goal of midlife is trying to find that balance where you can kind of relax into midlife because it's not going anywhere and it's actually a privilege to get old. So I think that, that's what I guess I'm here to be your I don't know, your midlife cheerleader of every day. Let's look at each other and be like, okay, it's okay to be gray. It's okay to grow old. It's actually absolute golden. I mean, I actually love it. I feel like, but maybe I'm different, but I've always loved every age I've been in. I've been blessed to have two always been a little bit younger, which I hated when I was younger because I could never at 16 ever pull off that I was 18. No way. No fake ID, people would laugh at me. Which now I'm, obviously enjoying the benefits of that now, but at the same time there's to really sink into each age, you kind of allow yourself to get that full effect. If you're always trying to figure out what's next or you're thinking about what happened, you're not in the present moment, which is what I think the easiest way to kind of ease into aging. And I think that that's what I see the most, especially at this time of year. It's like everybody's getting back into the gym and getting their stuff together. I'm doing the same thing. I usually start out my January is mostly about creating space because I've collected so much stuff. And, now it's like cleaning out that space, making more space for the next year, and then being very intentional about what you're putting back in that space. And I mean, it's amazing what you collect in a year, right? But I am going to collect some better habits. That's for sure. That's on the list of habits, which is definitely better skincare, topical, but obviously in the also drinking water. I mean, you can always drink more water. I don't care who you are. It's just sometimes some weeks we're good, some weeks we aren't. But one of my biggest New Year's resolutions was smiling more. That's a big one, and I know that sounds, I don't know, it seems so simple, but I I realize that the older I get, it's like I like my face better when I'm not smiling because, you don't see all your wrinkles and all that stuff, and then I was like, "But why? I mean, we're still here. I don't wanna do that anymore." So, I'm gonna be making a concerted effort to, I don't know, show them off a little bit more and be proud of them. What else? Oh, making space. I had a root canal, gone bad, and that's where I've been the first part of the year. I had a cracked tooth, a root canal that had gone bad. If anybody's experienced that, that kind of pain is just lovely. Um, tooth is as easy as affecting regular teeth. But again, that's also a whole midlife thing. I've gone through a whole rabbit hole on that. Oh, that'll be a whole nother video about how important it is because they have connected gum disease to heart disease, which is a huge thing for women. And so now they're coming to terms with a lot of the oral care that they were pushing, 20 years ago is not so great because it can give us a lot of infection that we swallow and it ends up being a whole nother issue it doesn't even look like it's correlated to what's going on in your body that is. So, growing old ain't for sissies, as my this guy I used to work with, this old pilot I used to work with would say. So anyway, what do we got? Just joining. Yay. Hello, love. Okay, I'm just learning. It's my first one. What does Amanda say? I stopped dyeing my hair now for the last 2 years and had highlights done to blend in the grays as a half garden out. Very happy. And then stopped dyeing my hair as oh, that's how I was. My hair was so thin. And that's what I say all the time. It's like there is there's nothing anybody can say. I don't care. You can call me elderly, you can call me granny, you can call me anything. It will not make me feel as insecure as having that thin hair. But now, like I said, it's like, you get the DVD, you want the DVD burner. So it's like now your hair, you get to the point where I'm at. And so now I'm not worried about the thinning. I have so much and I love it. But it again, you start looking at other stuff. How is Stanley doing? Stanley is doing remarkably well. If you don't know, Stanley is my dog, and you know what? I watched her video today, and I cannot agree more. Stanley is like Chewy. He's like I'm trying to get I don't know, this lighting in here better. Very much like Chewy, in that he was a pandemic dog, and so he really brought our life together, as far as like me and my daughter. And it was like he was like that missing piece. And so, and then with that whole process, if you don't know, I have a dog, and we were attacked in the end of September. I don't know why that lighting is being so weird. And by a lady and two of her dogs, and my dog actually ended up losing his leg, and I was actually attacked, and I had stitches and went to the emergency room. It was a complete nightmare. So I guess a side note for a lesson, if you walk at all, just make sure that you have some mace, because that's what ended up saving us. So I've been a big, huge proponent, even if these dogs were on leashes and got off, but it's very easy. Now that I've been on the Nextdoor app, I see it all the time. Dogs that get out of backyards, and they go storming the neighborhood. So you got to be careful with that. But he is doing remarkably well. He actually has his own Instagram. It's called Mr. Stanley Bear. And everything is great, except I will say that my biggest, I don't know, I would say when I reflect on the last year, it's like there was so much good and bad that came from that. But the thing that I wish that I could say is that when people are like, oh, did they find the lady? That I could say yes. And that's something that I can't say that right now. And I've kind of gone back and forth on what I want to do about that. Part of me wants to say, let it go. And part of me is like, this lady really could have hurt some other people, especially Stanley is like a 33-pound dog. So if there was anything, like Chewy would have been toasted. And I know you said you've had a situation like that too. So it's scary. So note to everybody, definitely pack some mace in your walk. Or if you're a runner, that's another one. If you run or anything like that, I think I got mine for $8 on Amazon, delivered to the door, and worth every second and penny of it. But anyway, I am going to actually try to go and do a hike this morning, but I saw the live stream thing come up, and I was, terms of old color. Okay. Happy to hear that. Can you give us an update on okay, I can do old color. You know what? I was looking at that again. That's a good question. And it's funny. I don't know if this picture is going to come in here, but it's weird. Like when your hair grows out, how it's like, it's almost done, except there's just like this little bit that's like right here. So in the back, I don't know if this computer is going to be great. It's all pretty much done. So it's just, I don't know if this is going to be good enough. You can see, I'll do a better video. I just wanted to hop on here, but I am totally done, except, like I said, it's just like, and it's just this outer layer part. It's not even the under layer part. It's just the bottom, the outside part right here. See it? And it's kind of, I don't know, but I did see somebody that had posted on Instagram about that Go Gray, and they have it at Walmart, and it's supposed to take, let me come back. gonna have to work on this lighting on this, but it's supposed to take this last little bit of color and it's supposed to dissolve it off. I don't know if it actually is going to work. If it, has anybody ever tried it? There, that's better color. So see, you can see just this last little bit. But yeah, in the back, I don't know if you can see the lighting. I'll work better on this and I'll be prepared a little bit better. But I was just so damn excited about that. Yeah, I have no regrets. The only regret I have probably is that I probably wish I would have done it a little bit sooner. Because I think this is the other thing. When you go gray sooner and you have that you can actually you don't focus so much on your face. I feel like you can kind of ease into your face because again, train's already left the building or left the station. We're all headed to, the end. And if the earlier you do it, then you can actually enjoy that younger face. So I say that that's a bit of doing it. And because I think a lot of women that wait too long, then it's like a real shock with like their old face and old hair, where it's like you don't get to enjoy the changing and all that stuff. Yeah, have you tried that? Have you tried that Go Gray stuff? Because you had mentioned that metals thing that you were using, the detoxing stuff, and I was wondering if that was almost the same thing. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure. But yay. Okay, well, I've been on here for 18 minutes and my gift of gab would sit me in here all day. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go do a hike so I can run my body to match my mouth. And then I will see you guys in the next video or the next live stream or the next short or the next something. I'm going to try to expand out of my comfort zone this year. So I hope everybody else does. I've been writing some accomplishments. So I might do another live stream of just, we can kind of just, I don't know, get together, have some coffee. I get up super, super early. So I thought that might be okay for people on the East Coast. So anyway, I love you all and I will have a great hike. Thank you very much. Thank you for participating too. Love you. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.